Hey everyone, is AI really coming for your job? Well, a brand new study from late October called the Remote Labor Index might have the answer, and it's probably not what you think. They looked at how well current AI agents can automate remote work, and the results are pretty surprising. Right now, AI is only achieving a 2.5% success rate in fully automating tasks. That's right, just 2.5%. So, what does this mean for the future of work? The report dives deep into which jobs are more or less susceptible to automation and what skills will be most valuable moving forward. It seems human oversight and complex problem solving are still very much in demand. We're not being replaced just yet. Ivy dropped a link to the full report in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Let me know in the comments. Are you worried about AI taking your job? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates like this. Come join me on the material.
Okay, let's just get right into it. This is the question that's on pretty much everyone's mind, right? It's this mix of excitement and, let's be honest, maybe a little bit of anxiety. Is AI really ready to do your job? You see it everywhere. I mean, these bold headlines, these really confident predictions. It kind of feels like we're on the brink of this huge shift in the workforce, where AI agents are just going to log on and, well, start doing our jobs? But is that really what's happening? In this explainer, we're going to go way past the hype. We're going to look at a major new study that puts this whole question to the ultimate test, to see if AI is truly ready for the messy, complex reality of a real job. So how do we get from just reading headlines to looking at hard data? Well, that brings us right to the heart of the issue, what researchers are calling the automation question. It's not just about what AI can do in a lab, but what's actually practical, right here, right now. You know, researchers from the Center for AI Safety and Scale AI, they put it perfectly. This isn't just about a cool new piece of tech. It's a really big deal for society. So the question is, how do we get a real solid answer? And that's the key, isn't it? Figuring out how to properly test an AI for job readiness is the first huge hurdle. And as we're about to see, it is so much harder than you might think. Think about it like this. For a long time, most AI tests have been like pop quizzes. You know, they check for one specific skill or a little piece of knowledge in a totally controlled setting. But a real job is the final exam. It's complicated, it's messy, it's got a bunch of steps, and you need a whole range of skills all working together to pass. And this chart just illustrates the problem so perfectly. Look at this. On the left, you see the old texts. They were almost all about software engineering and writing. But then you look at the actual remote job market on the right. Wow, it is incredibly diverse. Those pop quizzes were basically missing most of the subjects on the final exam. So, to fix this, the researchers built something totally new. This is the ultimate final exam for AI agents. They call it the Remote Labor Index. And paid real money for. This whole test is grounded in actual economic value. And check out the sheer variety here. This is what's so cool. We're not just talking about writing a few emails. The RLI includes projects in video animation, 3D modeling, graphic design, architecture. I mean, it's a huge slice of the modern remote economy, the whole shebang. And listen, these are not simple 5-minute tasks. We are talking about projects that took human professionals, on average, almost 29 hours to get done. Things like creating a photorealistic 3D render for a new pair of earbuds or drawing up detailed architectural plans from scratch. Just look at this example right here. The AI agent was handed this client's sketch and was told, okay, turn this into full architectural plans. It has to understand space, technical specs, design ideas. This is the level of complexity we're talking about. It's a serious test. Okay, so we've got the ultimate test, and it's designed to mirror the real world. Let's get to the part we've all been waiting for. What actually happened? Let's talk about the results. So the researchers basically unleashed the most advanced AI agents out there from OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, you name it. They threw them at these 240 projects. So, how'd they do? 2.5%. That's it. The absolute best performing AI agent out of all of them could only successfully complete 2.5% of these real-world jobs to a professional standard. Let that sink in. And as you can see from this chart, that wasn't a fluke. It was like this across the board. From Gemini to GPT, performance was basically on the floor. It really seems like the headlines might be just a little bit ahead of the reality, huh? So the billion-dollar question is, why? Why was that automation rate so incredibly low? Let's break down where the AI succeeded and, more importantly, where they failed. Now, what's so fascinating here is just how practical the failures were. This wasn't some high-level reasoning error. Almost half the time the work was just plain bad quality. Over a third of the time, it was flat out incomplete. And in a surprising number of cases, the AI just delivered a file that was corrupted or totally unusable. And this visual just says it all. This is what poor quality really means. On the left, you've got the professional, human-made render. And on the right, well, that's the AI's attempt. Just notice how blocky and simplistic it is. The detail just isn't there. It doesn't even come close to a professional standard. But okay, it wasn't all bad news. The AIs did show some real promise in a few specific areas. They were often pretty good at creative tasks like editing audio or generating images for ads, and also more structured things like writing up reports or coding interactive charts. Here is a perfect example of a win. An AI was asked to create an interactive data dashboard for the World Happiness Report, and it totally nailed it. This shows that for certain self-contained, code-heavy tasks, AI is already becoming a really powerful tool. So where does all this leave us on the road ahead? What's the big takeaway from this surprisingly low automation rate? I think the main takeaway here isn't that AI is a failure. Far from it. It's just that full end-to-end job automation is way, way harder than it looks. The study also used an ELO rating system, like in chess, to track progress. And this chart shows that while no AI is even close to the human baseline of 1,000, they are getting better, step by step. The learning is definitely happening. So what the study really gives us is something valuable. A reality check, and maybe a little bit of breathing room. Full automation clearly isn't happening tomorrow. So the real question it leaves us with is this: how do we use this time? How do we adapt our own skills, not out of fear of being replaced, but to get ready for a future where AI is a powerful, collaborative partner in the work that we do?